It's the first night of the DNC that was called Bitter by CNN's Chris Wallace.
It's just bitter.
Never Trumper. We have that clip coming up. Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the happy patriots are. But we will start with this mind-numbing lizard lady at the DNC.
Donald Trump would be able to weaponize the Department of Justice to go after his political opponents.
But who's really guilty of weaponizing the Department of Justice? The lizard lady forgot the most famous piece of evidence everyone ever saw on the weaponization of the DOJ. Here's a headline: DOJ's weaponization of government against conservatives under scrutiny in new investigation by Jim Jordan. Here's another headline from the Committee of the Judiciary, 118th Congress. This is a select subcommittee on the weaponization of the federal government. There's Darrell Issa and Thomas Massey on the official investigation. And that lizard lady forgot the most famous piece of evidence everyone saw on the weaponization of the DOJ, and that's Trump's mugshot. That's Exhibit A to Z and all you need to know about who's weaponizing what.
He could even turn the FBI into his own personal police force.
The Democrats already beat Trump to it. Here's some headlines to refresh your memory of Biden's FBI acting as a personal police force. We have the New York Post. FBI views conservatives as unworthy of employment. Here's the Federalist: why the FBI's assault on Catholics threatens all Christians. Here's Fox News. Heavily redacted records show FBI's targeting of Catholics. These are those pro-life Catholics when they were under investigation. Here's the House Judiciary Committee. New report details the extent of the FBI's weaponization of law enforcement against traditional Catholics. Here's Newsweek. The FBI colluded with Twitter to suppress free speech. Where's the outrage? Someone tell the lizard lady.
That is not how it works in America.
And she wasn't the only lizard lady to appear at the DNC.
Donald Trump fell asleep at his own trial. And when he woke up, he made his own kind of history. The first person to run for president with 34 felony convictions.
The Democrat president, Merrick Garland's DOJ, special counsel Jack Smith, Alvin Bragg, Letitia James, Fani Willis are all Democrats who made up rules to itemize one conviction into 34 felonies against Trump, just so they could say this at a convention for a pointless Kamala Harris campaign. They're doing it and they project it onto Trump. But watch the bitterness just pour out of Hillary in this evil nod at the idea of jailing Donald Trump. Now, you're not going to find any policy at the DNC, just more Trump derangement syndrome. Here's Biden, where they allowed him to finally speak last night, as far away from Kamala making her big speech at the end of the convention. He was put on well after most viewers went to bed, and Biden slurs like he went to bed an hour before he gave this speech.
The president was asked what he thought had happened. Donald Trump said, and I quote, "There are very fine people on both sides. My God." That's what he said. That is what he said and what he meant.
Joe Biden repeated the both sides hoax, long proven wrong. Here's what Trump actually said. We're going to show the original clip that clarified that he did not mean white nationalists on that both sides comment. He specifically says it's not about them. Watch this.
Excuse me, they didn't put themselves down as you, and you had some very bad people in that group. But you also had people that were very fine people on both sides. You had people in that group, excuse me, I saw the same pictures as you did. You had people in that group that were there to protest the taking down of, to them, a very, very important statue and the renaming of a park from Robert E. Lee to another name. But you know what? It's fine. You're changing history, you're changing culture, and you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. But you had many people in that group other than neo-Nazis and white nationalists.
Even the liberal Snopes, which is a fact checker, corrected this lie, but the Dems have a narrative to put it out. Facts be damned. Here's Snopes. Fact check. No, Trump did not call neo-Nazis and white supremacists very fine people. Trump's remarks about the deadly Charlottesville Unite the Right rally in 2017 remain controversial, but not because of that.
Women are not without electoral.
No idea.
Border encounters have dropped over 50%. In fact, there are fewer border crossings today than when Donald Trump left office.
Now, I've looked for any kind of data to support what Biden just said, what he's talking about on the border, and there's nothing in existence to back up this lie. The border remains wide open. It's a lie.
Republicans, Democrats, we saved democracy in 2020, and now we must save it again in 2024.
More of the same, the saving democracy lie by the guy who got 2,000 electoral votes, pushed out of office in the middle of the night to anoint Kamala Harris, whose primary candidacy she's gotten 0 votes. She will make president now. They'll anoint her as president with 0 votes because they could get Biden to step down, as the rumor is that they're going to bring her in as president.
You know, we have 1,000 billion.
And even Chris Wallace on CNN calls out that the Democrats aren't acting very Democrat-y with Joe Biden. Here's never Trumper, Chris Wallace, and I love that this was aired on CNN, enemy territory.
The word that everybody is using to describe tonight is bittersweet. It's just bitter. The fact of the matter, I'm not saying Joe Biden is bitter, but, it's like you've been thrown out a window, and as you're falling, you go, gee, it's nice out here. No, he got thrown out of a window, and basically he was basically forced out by Nancy Pelosi and Barack Obama and Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries.
And now here's the great Benny Johnson interviewing Kamala Harris supporters.
Trump or Kamala, what do you think? Trump or Kamala Harris?
Oh, God, it's Kamala, definitely.
Yes?
1,000%.
Yes?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's your favorite thing Kamala's done in the last 4 years?
Honestly?
Yeah.
Actually, don't use this.
Oh, we're using that clip. Airheads unsure of why they support Kamala is why she has 46% of the vote in polls, because people remain uninformed and have no idea why they're supporting Harris. She went from the least popular vice president in history to now tying Trump, and they have no reason why. She did nothing, said nothing. They basically just support her because they replaced Biden with her and they're relieved. And all they know is Trump bad.
Oh, Kamala.
Kamala Harris.
Yeah, Kamala.
Kamala, why?
Well, she's honestly, I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not super knowledgeable, so I can't really speak too much on it.
Because Trump sucks ass.
Yeah, pretty much same thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
The good news is that there's a lot of ground to gain among these Kamala voters who have no idea why they're voting for her. Just inform them on who she is. Finally, here's a Trump post on Kamala Harris not agreeing to a Fox debate. Comrade Kamala Harris has just informed us that she will not do the Fox News debate on September 4th. I'm not surprised by this development because I feel that she knows it is very difficult at best for her to defend her record of flip-flopping. And then we'll go to the end of his statement on what he's going to do with Sean Hannity instead. Rather than debate on September 4th, I have agreed to do a tele-town hall anchored by Sean Hannity for Fox. It will take place at the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. That's the battleground state that they have to win. And then finally, here at the end, we have this Kamala poll by The Economist. They're guessing who's getting how many electoral votes. This shows Kamala Harris getting 268 and Trump getting 270 electoral votes. That's technically a tie. Trump is still holding his ground. Kamala Harris is still holding her ground. There's a lot of people in the middle we have to convince. That's why we're bringing them here to Exile. Thanks for watching.